Hello, my name is Zena, and I'm debating Trevor about whether or not you should ask guests to take off their shoes when they come into your house. I hate when people ask me to take off my shoes. For one reason I hate it is because it always goes with my outfit, and I usually have weird socks on, and I don't like to be barefoot in somebody else's house because the floors are dirty, and so that means I'm gonna pick it up on my socks anyway. So why can't I just have my lovely shoes on in your house?
Well, while a lot of people associate taking the shoes off with a Japanese tradition, because a lot of times they would sit and eat on the floor. And so if you're sitting and sleeping and eating on the floor, you don't want people walking around. But if you do a little research, you'll find quite a few cultures have the take off the shoes at the door culture. And I happen to think we ought to abide by that. Respect the floor, respect the wood. You have no idea what you've stepped on walking.
But the problem is okay, say you have pets. Well, my dog doesn't have shoes. So my dog's going to be dragging that stuff into the house anyway. And you're right, I am not eating off the floor. I am not. And you know what? If I am going to be rolling around on the floor, I'm going to clean the floor anyway. So I just think it's just rude. And also, guess what? It hurts your feet to walk around. I'm a person, I have slippers on right now. I never go without shoes.
Well, I think it's an excellent idea to have slippers available for your guests. And maybe you want to carry some slippers with you if it bothers you that much. But if you're going to come into somebody else's house, I say take off the shoes, make sure your socks are clean, possibly colored like I have on now, and then enjoy the clean home. And keep in mind, if everybody keeps their shoes off when they come in the house, then the house is clean, so your feet are not getting dirty. And you don't want to step in dog poop and then
See, stepping in dog poop is an exception. Of course, if I step in dog poop, I'm going to take off my shoes. If I have mud on my shoes, I'm going to take off my shoes. But I don't want to be carrying slippers around. I don't want to wear somebody else's gross slippers and get their toe jam all over my feet. I don't want to be inconvenienced. So if I'm invited to your house and that's a rule, guess what? I'm going to think twice about coming over to your house. Why does it have to be a big deal? Let me wear my darn shoes.
Well, I'm sticking with the no shoes at any house. I have a friend of mine that was very strict on that. Man, his carpets lasted forever. His floors look great. So everybody's house is going to be way nicer to take off shoes. And speaking of dogs, I think we ought to flip that right on its head. And dogs should either have to put on shoes when they come to somebody else's house, or maybe dogs should start wearing shoes, and then they too could take off their shoes, and therefore